So there's a story in the scriptures in Mark chapter 9 where Jesus is coming back from the mountain of transfiguration where he presents himself in his glory, right? And he goes into the city, and man, there's an uproar because there's a man with a son who's epileptic, right? But he has a spirit inside of him. And Jesus asks, what's going on? He says, I came with my son to your disciples because my son has this disabling spirit inside of him that makes him go crazy, and they were not able to cast it out, right? And so Jesus, right, cast that demon out of the child, and the child was, made normal again. And then so the disciples go off with Jesus, and they ask him, Jesus, why couldn't we cast it out? And this is what Jesus says in Mark chapter 9, verses 28 and 29. He says, and when he had entered the house, his disciples asked him privately, why could we not cast it out? Verse 29, he says, and he said to them, this cannot be driven out by anything but prayer. You see, he empowered the disciples earlier to go and to preach the gospel, to heal the sick, to raise the dead, to heal the lame, right? And so they had the power, but for this particular situation, they couldn't do it. And it just makes me think of our prayer life, right? Do we rely on yesterday's power to deal with today's situations? Because there's some things in your life right now that you cannot remove unless you are doused in prayer, unless you are dependent upon God in prayer, unless you're coming continually and praying continually to God to be free from certain things. It could be addiction. It could be a struggle. It could be depression. It could be these things that are just holding on. And here Jesus says that some things cannot be driven out by nothing but prayer. And so I just want to encourage you, strengthen your prayer life. Spend time with the Lord, because the Lord wants to spend time with you. And the more that you enjoy God and enjoy what he's done for you and enjoy the love that is free, man, the more power you walk with, the more you'll be able to overcome certain things. And I believe in the power of prayer. Jesus believes in the power of prayer. He was a man who used to get up early in the morning to pray. And so I encourage you, if you're struggling with something right now, seek the Lord in prayer. And sometimes it's the presence of God that we actually need rather than our circumstances answered. God bless you. Hey, have a great day.